People say it's lonely at the top, but damn, this lonely?
I want to have 2 more fights this year. Then after that, take off a little bit of time, maybe have a kid or something, and then come back to fight some more.
My best friend, I talk to him about everything, you know, and when like the time is right, you know, people want details of how long we
coming. It doesn't mean I'm not going to have time for the other kids, but it does mean that I have a new baby and I have to focus and give that baby my undivided.
But it's the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that they can come on people's shit talk.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the tea is always piping and the shade never cools off. Let's get into it, because Remy Ma just came out swinging again, and this time she's aiming straight at Claressa Shields. The drama is thick out here. People are buzzing like, is Remy just salty, or does she actually have a point? Word on the block is Claressa might be trying to baby trap Papoose. And the math is mathing. Because let's be honest, Pap and Claressa can't even get married yet since Remy's refusing to sign those divorce papers. And it's not just a pride thing, there's alimony involved. And if Remy legally lets him go, her wallet could take a hit. So now the streets are whispering that Claressa's best move might just be getting pregnant. And it's not even a wild theory anymore, because some sources are already hinting she might be expecting. And just when we thought things couldn't get more chaotic, Remy Ma is throwing gasoline on the fire and flipping the whole situation upside down. It's giving soap opera with gloves on. Now let's rewind a sec. Pap and Claressa have been moving fast, like blink and you missed it fast. They've been popping up at red carpet events, doing couple gigs, showing up booked and busy like a low-key power duo. And recently, Claressa's been hinting that she's taking a step back from boxing to focus on other things. So naturally, people are asking, what other things? With how she's been laying low, fans are convinced she's already pregnant. And if that's true, then Remy just fumbled her whole family bag. Cause while she's out here stuck in emotional limbo, one foot still in that old chapter and one foot trying to hop out, Pap and Claressa are out here looking like they're building something real. Let's not forget what went down in December, when Remy Ma thought she was dropping bombs by leaking Pap and Claressa's private messages. Yeah, that was her gotcha moment. But instead of dragging them, it did the exact opposite. All it did was confirm what people already suspected, and it had folks rooting even harder for Claressa and Papoose. What was supposed to be messy ended up giving their relationship a glow up. So now Remy's out here looking pressed, while the couple she tried to expose is out here booking checks and sharing vibes. It's wild how karma plays out. While Claressa was out here trying to keep her brand polished and clean, this drama hit her like a surprise uppercut. She had deals on the table. We're talking movie opportunities, big name sponsors, and major PR projects lined up. Her team was stressed like, sis, this kind of messy headline is not it. But surprise, surprise, the public didn't turn on her. In fact, folks came through with full support. People hit the comments like, finally, Pap woke up and leveled up. Leaving Remy was the smartest move he's made. They were calling Claressa a glow up, an upgrade, and treating Papoose like a man who just broke out of a toxic cage. Remy Ma really thought she was pulling a power move, dropping those screenshots like it was gonna ruin them. But nah, she just ended up exposing herself. Instead of humiliation, Pap and Claressa got crowned as the unexpected fan favorites. It backfired big time. She tried to shake the internet, but ended up shaking her own peace instead. And ever since that flop of an expose, Remy been real quiet. Not a single shady post on Instagram. No subliminals in her lyrics, no subtle digs in interviews, just radio silence. Meanwhile, Pap and Claressa have been outside like they don't got a care in the world. They're showing up hand in hand and dripping in full power couple energy. They had a whole Valentine's Day vacation in Hawaii, and the pictures, matching jackets, ocean views, cozy moments, it gave soft life realness. They even pulled up to a Knicks game, courtside and chill, looking like they just stepped out of a catalog shoot. And don't forget, when Papoose pulled the ultimate move at Claressa's boxing match against Danielle Perkins, he was right there, rapping her walkout like he was her personal hype man. It felt like a scene out of a championship movie. And Claressa, she ate that up like the main event she is.
Okay, Papoose. We're finished. quote time.
No, he gonna meet me over there. I'm walking here.
Yes, he did.
More importantly, what'd you think
shout
about
out
that
to,
knockdown?
Shout out to, I loved it, man. She milked it like strawberry ice cream, man. Shout out to
Oh, wait.
Oh, trust. Claressa is not playing shy about this relationship. She's posted full-on date night clips, dance sessions, arcade runs, all the vibes. And let's just say, she's glowing brighter than a fresh WBC belt. That's that peace, joy, and real love glow. You can tell she's finally with someone who gets her, supports her, and doesn't bring chaos into her life. And just in case anyone thought she wasn't catching the buzz online, think again. Claressa herself hopped online and gave the people a little confirmation. She said it loud and proud, sharing, "The love y'all show me and Pap is cool as ever." So yes, they're official, and the streets, they're behind it 100%. People are rooting for this couple like it's a championship bout, and it's clear who's in the winning corner right now. Meanwhile, Remy Ma out here looking real parched, like emotionally dehydrated. And here's where it gets awkward. Word is, she actually tried to spin the block and hit up Pap to fix things, hoping they could patch it up and put the family back together. But Pap, he wasn't having none of it. Shut it down fast, like a bouncer at a VIP-only event. And seriously, can you blame him? Pap held it down for Remy when she did her bid. 6 whole years. He stayed loyal, kept her name clean, took care of family, and stood 10 toes down for her. Then she turned around and linked up with Easy the block captain, like none of that loyalty ever mattered. Messy doesn't even begin to describe it. Now Remy's trying to circle back, but Pap's already gone. He's got a woman by his side now who's hyping him up, not dragging him down. Somebody who actually sees his worth. Claressa isn't playing second fiddle to nobody, and the way she uplifts Pap in public is something Remy clearly didn't do enough of. Let's talk about the real gag. Remy lost a man who was literally husband goals. Papoose is the type of man women pray for. Faithful, loyal, never once humiliated her in public, and always made family the priority. But Remy fumbled that bag chasing distractions, and now she's watching from the sidelines as Pap gets everything he should have had before. And Claressa, she is all the way in love and not keeping it low-key. She recently went live smiling ear to ear and gave Pap the sweetest shout-out. She said they deserve each other, that he's the most emotionally intelligent man she's ever been with. She bragged about how they talk for hours, how he listens, how he pours into her like she's gold. And in her own words, he deserves the best, and I am the best. Now that's how you claim your man and let the world know he's not up for grabs. Claressa really out here flexing her win. And Remy, she's learning the hard way what happens when you underestimate a good man.
I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There we go. We deserve each other.
Now let's talk about when Claressa stepped onto the Tamron Hall show. Because baby, she was glowing like she just signed a multi-million-dollar love deal. And the way she gushed over Pap, she made it crystal clear that this man is her piece, her partner, and her person. She called him her dream come true and said he's been giving her that ride or die kind of love that she's always needed. She was like, "I'm eating it all up." And she looked like she meant it too. That wasn't just a woman in love. It was a woman who knows she's got something solid, and best believe she wasn't done flexing her man on national TV either. Claressa kept the love fest going, talking about how Pap is humble, respectful, and sharp, like he's really got wisdom. She gave him his flowers for being a rap legend too. Like, yeah, we know he can spit bars, he's fire on the mic, but what really matters is the way he uplifts me. You could tell she wasn't just bragging, she was proud. And then she hit us with the line that had social media buzzing. As a strong woman with a gift and a powerful jab, I need a man who can handle that and not be intimidated by my success. And Papoose is that man. Boom! That part right there, that wasn't just a compliment, that was a clear message. Because let's be honest, that line came with some heavy shade, Everybody knows Pap was that same supportive man for Remy for years, and she straight up took it for granted. While he was holding her down through thick and thin, she was out here chasing distractions. Now he's finally getting the love and praise he deserved all along, and it's coming from a woman who truly values him. Claressa ain't playing about her man, and from the looks of it, she's holding on tight. This one's locked in, and Remy, she's definitely watching it all unfold from the sidelines.
Enjoy us together without the eyes of other people having to judge. You know, people saying stuff like, well, I've heard a lot of good things, you know, and because I can read too.
Now, this is where things really start to heat up. Everybody already knows that Claressa and Papoose aren't moving like they're just having a little fling. This is looking like full-blown commitment vibes. And now Claressa just shook the table with a major announcement that's got the streets buzzing heavy. She said she's stepping away from boxing after just 2 more fights to focus on other things. And you already know what that means. Social media instantly jumped on the theory that she might be expecting. And let's be real, it's not even far-fetched when you think about it. She's at the top of her game, dominating her weight class, and now out the blue she's pressing pause. Girl, something's definitely going on. And this isn't even the first time baby rumors have been floating around her name. Remember Jada Davis, the one connected to boxer Tony Harrison, and someone who used to be close to Claressa's former trainer? Well, she popped out with a claim that had everybody doing double takes. Jada jumped online and dropped a wild bomb, saying that Claressa was allegedly pregnant during her 2023 rematch with Hannah Gabriels. Yes, the same fight where Claressa completely dominated and walked away with a unanimous decision. Now folks were already raising eyebrows over how flawlessly she handled that fight, but nobody expected this twist. Jada didn't mince words either. In a video, she flat out said, she fought Hannah Gabriels while pregnant and didn't tell nobody. Whew, talk about dropping the mic. That comment alone set social media on fire. Fans, critics, and boxing insiders all started weighing in heavy. One side is accusing Jada of clout chasing, saying she's bitter or messy, but others are seriously wondering if she's telling the truth, and if Claressa really did fight while carrying a child. Now, if the rumor turns out to be real, that's going to change the way people look at that entire fight, and maybe her whole career strategy moving forward. Like, imagine being that elite of an athlete that you can fight at the championship level and allegedly be expecting at the same time. Whether it's true or not, it's giving boss level energy.
Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting backed up and winning the fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant?
Pregnant, and she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fight day.
Trying to make weight.
But
let's be real. This might actually add up. If Claressa and Papoose can't legally tie the knot because Remy's out here refusing to sign them divorce papers, then what's the next best power move? A baby. That's right, if the whispers are true and Claressa is expecting, then Remy might have just lost for real. Cause let's face it, Remy is out here looking stuck. She was holding on to hope that Papoose might come back around. But all of that is slipping through her fingers now. And the wildest part? She fumbled a man who used to treat her like royalty, someone who literally waited on her through a whole prison sentence, held her down publicly and privately, and she still blew it. Now he's out here glowing up with Claressa, catching flights, courtside seats, romantic getaways, and maybe even a baby on the way. Whew. Game over. If that child is really on the way, it's the final chapter. There's no bouncing back from that. And the real tea, folks are starting to wonder just how long it'll be before Remy starts spiraling even more, because we all know she's not going down quiet. This woman went to prison behind pulling a trigger, so if she feels cornered or publicly embarrassed, she might get reckless. Let's just hope it doesn't go there. And remember that boxing match that had the internet buzzing? Claressa was hyped, ready to throw hands, and folks were here for it. She was out here saying she'd love to step in the ring with Remy, but surprise, it never happened. And now that she's got Papoose locked in, you just know that matchup would hit different. Remy might be plotting behind the scenes, and honestly, nobody would be shocked. And here's the kicker, 50 Cent jumped in. Yup, Mr. Say It With Your Chest himself stepped into the mix and warned Claressa directly to watch her back when it comes to Remy. Now 50 doesn't speak on just anything. If he's sending out caution signs, it means he sees something brewing. This situation could easily turn from petty social media shade to a full-on real-world problem, and fast. Let's talk about something people are just now connecting the dots on. This whole tension between Remy Ma and Claressa? It might not be new energy at all. Word on the block is, Remy's always had a little attitude when it comes to the women Papoose had kids with before she came into the picture, and honestly, that might explain why we never really saw much about his other kids in the spotlight. It's giving real hush-hush energy, like keep it low to avoid the drama type vibes. Think about it. Plenty of celebs have blended families and managed to show unity. Baby mamas and stepkids get posted. Birthdays get celebrated together. Co-parenting gets praised. But when it comes to Papoose and his kids from before Remy, it's like they didn't exist for real. No shout-outs, no cute moments online, no mention, just silence. And now that Claressa's in the picture, loud and proud, fans are starting to ask questions. So here's the tea. A lot of people don't even realize Papoose had a whole lineup of children before he and Remy even linked. Let's break it down real quick. His daughter, Dejanay Mackey, was born in November 1997. Her mom is Yvette Lashley. Then there's Jameer Mackey, born in April 1999, also from Yvette. And there's Destiny, born in September 2000, who's from a different relationship entirely. So yeah, Papoose been a dad. And while he clearly loves all his kids, fans are starting to question whether Remy might have created a situation where the public never got to see that side of him. Was she keeping things quiet out of jealousy? Was there tension behind the scenes that made him keep his other family life under wraps? Now with Claressa getting all the shine, walking red carpets, sitting front row, and possibly even carrying his child, it's no wonder Remy might be feeling the pressure. Now, even though Papoose had kids long before Remy Ma ever stepped into his life, word is, she was never all that cool with it. Folks who know the situation have been whispering that she wasn't exactly trying to play bonus mom or hand out hugs at the cookout. In fact, insiders say she kept her distance, and not just from the kids, but from their mamas too. It's giving "don't come near what's mine" energy. And she's allegedly been holding that grudge behind the scenes for years. But here's where things really take a turn, because while Remy's out here throwing shade and talking slick about others, she's got her own storm brewing back home. Her son, yeah, the one she keeps off the radar, he's reportedly facing some serious legal trouble right now, on trial for a major shooting incident. That's right, it's been making headlines quietly, but people close to the case say it's looking heavy. And let's be honest, when folks say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, it starts to make more sense. While Remy's busy trying to gatekeep her past and control what happens around Papoose, she might want to focus on cleaning up her own house first. It's no wonder Remy's acting super protective right now. If Claressa really is expecting a child with Pap, that's a whole game changer. Another baby in the picture, that means more attention, more responsibility, and possibly less room for Remy to wiggle her way back into the picture. And let's not play. Remy knows it. This wouldn't even be the first time Remy had problems with Pap's baby mamas. So this isn't just about Claressa, it's a whole pattern. One that's been playing out in the shadows for years. And now that Claressa might be building a future with Pap for real, complete with a baby on the way, Remy's definitely heated behind the scenes. Now if Claressa really is expecting, this changes the entire game. Let's be clear, Remy Ma still won't sign those divorce papers, which means Claressa and Papoose can't walk down the aisle just yet. So what's the next best way to make that bond permanent? A baby. And if we're being honest, that might be exactly what Claressa's aiming for. If she can't get the ring, then a child locks them together for life. And Remy knows that too. From where Remy's standing, this could all feel like a setup. She allegedly thinks this pregnancy talk is all cap, that it's just Claressa playing chess, trying to keep Pap close no matter what. And the timing, Remy finds it real suspicious. Claressa's out here saying she's stepping away from boxing soon, claiming she's only got 2 fights left before she retires. So if you connect the dots, a baby break wouldn't be that far-fetched. And think about it, when a fighter retires, they're not flying city to city or training non-stop anymore. They're home, which means Papoose is gonna be right there with her, building something new, spending even more time by her side. And from Remy's angle, it probably feels like her worst case scenario is unfolding right in front of her. Because whether this pregnancy rumor is true or not, one thing's clear: Claressa and Pap are serious. And the energy they've been giving off, it's not some casual fling. It's real, it's public, and Remy is watching her former man be the devoted king she once had all to herself. But here's where it gets even deeper. If Remy really won't sign those divorce papers, is that her way of still holding on to Pap? Like, is she low-key trying to keep one hand on him even while acting like she's done? Or does she truly think this relationship won't last and she's just playing the long game? And as for Claressa, is she really out here trying to baby lock Pap down? Or are folks just stirring the pot? One thing we know for sure, the tension is rising and this triangle is far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments because I know you've got something to say about this one. And before you dip out, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your post notifications so you never miss the next juicy update. I'll catch you in the next one, my stars and hushers. Stay locked in.